Hi, my name is Sven and welcome to Borg Today. Today I'm going to talk about how you can become a better photographer. I have been doing photography for 30 years. That's pretty long. Study the basics. Start by learning the fundamentals of photography like exposure, composition, lighting, and camera settings. Understanding these core concepts will give you a solid foundation to become a better photographer. Get familiar with your gear. Whatever you have, a basic point and shoot camera, which is awesome, or a high-end DSLR camera. Take the time to understand your equipment. Read the manual. I know sometimes it's not the most exciting read, or you can search on Google to look up your camera gear. Experiment with different settings, like change the ISO, shutter speed, aperture, and see what they do. Learn what you can do with your camera. For example, can you take a photo of a low lit area or surrounding or room, take a action shot, take a depth of field? How would you do that? Do you change your shutter speed or your aperture? Learn composition. Composition is one of the most crucial aspects of photography. Study some of these techniques: rules of third, leading lines, framing, and symmetry. Symmetry. That's hard to say. Look at photographs from famous photographers such as Ansel Adams, Henry Cartier-Bresson, and Robert Frank. See how they use these techniques and how they combine these techniques as well. Robert Frank said, "The eye should learn to listen before it looks." So it applies to all these techniques. Explore different genres in photography, such as landscape, portrait, street, wildlife, real estate, macro, and more. Experiment with these different styles. Try to combine them, like landscape and portrait, which is oftentimes done in wedding photography. Or combine real estate and macro and get up close with the spoon and say, "That's a real nice spoon. It belongs on that counter." It's important to find a genre that you like and make a body of work. If you do it like a subject matter or a genre you don't like, it probably you won't become a better photographer. Learn from others. Take a photography class or a workshop. Oftentimes, this is where a great place to meet people who like photography and receive constructive feedback. Join a local photography club, and there are lots of them. They will usually have weeklies and monthly meetings. Sometimes they will host a photography show or a jury show, and it's such a joy to see your work on the wall. I remember the first time I got into a jury show. It was not the best photo I ever taken, but the feeling like I finally accomplished something. Join online photography sites such as Flickr, 500, Smug, I can't ever say it, SmugMug. And here you can see many different photography, and you can push your work on there and see if other photographers likes your work or give you feedback. Analyze and critique your work. Be critical of your own photograph, which is really important. Analyze what works in your photograph and what does not work. Practice regularly. Henry Cartier-Bresson said, "Your first 10,000 photographs are your worst." And it's kind of true. My first 10,000 images were not so great. Photography is a skill that improves with practice. Make it a habit to take photos regularly, even if it's just of the everyday surroundings, like this famous food picture of social media, which we all love. That is a really nice hot dog. The more you practice, the better you will become a better photographer. Embrace post-processing. Ansel Adams said, "You don't take the photograph, you make it." Well, he has a darkroom, which we don't all have today. So while getting the right shot in your camera is essential, post-processing can make your image much better. Learn the basic photo editing, like the highlights, balance the shadows, do the color thing, do the saturation, which can all make your image better, or you can make it worse. You can do this by using Lightroom, Photoshop, or GIMP, and GIMP is free. But avoid over-editing, as it can lead to a natural-looking result. But you might like that. A lot of times you see this over-editing happen in real estate apps, especially those overblown, saturated skies. But, maybe your client want it or maybe you want it. Seek inspiration. Immerse yourself in photography. Try to find a photographer that really inspires you, or go visit a gallery or go to an art show. Go to the bookstore and look at books. Bookstores have books, but they have sections like the art section, and sometimes the bookstores have just sections just for photography. So look at some of those books. You might see a Henry Cantara Persson, I can't even say his name now, Ansel Adams, or go to YouTube. And when I say that, hit subscribe button and a like button. Be patient and persistent. Improving as a photographer takes time and dedication. Don't get discouraged from your mistakes or technical difficulties. Keep practicing and learn everything that you can. Push yourself and see how far you can grow. Finally, remember, becoming a better photographer is a journey, and you always be a student of that media. And there's always room for improvement. Keep an open mind, stay curious, and experiment. Experiment is the best way. If you're not comfortable with your apertures or changing ISO, try it out. Experiment to see where you want. And it might be something that you really like. Enjoying the process of learning. Learning is the most essential to become a better photographer or any media. And it will create a beautiful and interesting images. If you feel this helped to become a better photographer, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And thank you for your time, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.